Hello everybody, what's up everyone? There's one cool thing in my job, and it's actually when you have one of the pro players suddenly contacting you and saying like, listen buddy, here's a game for you, that just happened and that you have to watch this. You always know that this is going to be good, and this game that you are going to see now is absolutely no exception. An amazing match that was played on Haunted Mines, and this was a Hero League game between a lot of pro players that faced each other there. So if you want to see a really action-packed game with like action from the first to the last minute, a lot of comebacks, back and forth fights and team battles from the first to the last minute, then this is exactly the game that you've been waiting for. Haunted Mines is going to be the place where we're going to see that happen, and make sure that you get yourself some snacks, popcorn and some drinks, because this is going to be really good. Guys, enjoy this one. Haunted Mines between a lot of players that we're seeing on rosters like Gamers to Puszek team and also SK Gaming, and this is going to be a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's jump in. Haunted Mines coming up right now.
Alright everybody, let's get things started here on Haunted Mines. We have a great match ahead of us with two teams facing each other in Hero League, and we have a couple of really good players here, as you can see. To the left side it is the blue team, even though the Blizzard overlay still shows them as red here. We have Vala, played by Rusov, one of the Puszek team players. Athero is playing Muradin, and we have three SK players with Bakery on Malfirin, Zarmany on Jaina, and Snitch on Tyrande. To the right side of the map there are opponents, and you can already see that a lot of them are playing for Gamers too. We have Nika on Sylvanas in this game, a great hero for Haunted Mines. We have ADRD on Uther and Shihu on Johanna. Gala, probably the best female player currently in Heroes of the Storm, is playing Kerrigan, and we have Nasty on Khaldor. So, pretty cool lineups for both of the teams. Very skilled player that we see here. All of them have been playing in competitive matches, and quite a bit at that. Gamers too, of course, they came in second place at DreamHack Bucharest. They performed really well at other events too. And at this point, we're having them to the right side together with Gala and also Nasty, trying to, of course, take this game here on Haunted Mines. A map that we see a little bit more in competitive play these days, as most of the tournaments actually allow the loser now to pick the map, so you can always prepare a sneaky strategy. And whoa! Look at that opening here, an early kill against Sylvanas, and that's of course one of the main reasons why we're seeing a Tyrande and Murdin composition on the side of the blue team here. Athero with Stormbolt, and then Zarmany with all their DPS after Snitch put in his own stun and also applied the Ranger's Mark, which he took as his level 1 trait here. So pretty cool opening here for the blue team, really well done. We're having in this case all of the team members except for like 2 down at the bot lane, and there's a very specific reason for that. Normally when you play in Haunted Mines, you want to push your own golem's lane, and that is where we normally see 4 players of a team and then just 1 hero on the other side. This case is a little bit different, and for a very specific reason. If you're going up against a team that will definitely be able to outpush you, you can't go for that, so you have to just defend your own lane, and this is exactly what the blue team is currently doing here, since they are facing Sylvanas. And Sylvanas is one of the best heroes on Haunted Mines, just because even if you get the weaker golem, Sylvanas with her Black Arrow trait, disabling forts, structures in general, can do a whole lot of work. And wow, down here, the aggression is real. Kerrigan going down, Gala taking on, and already Vala calling miss here, making sure that everybody knows, hey, I don't know where Johanna is, but as you can see in the minimap, Johanna is still up at the top. The first mines is pretty important, but at the same time Blizzard was trying to make sure that it's not as much of a snowball mechanic on this map as it was before. So after you hit 60 skulls for your golem, you will not increase the strength of your golem. It's not possible in the first mines, but you can still of course take away skulls from your opponent and make sure that they are getting a weaker one. But even if you end up with 70 skulls or 80 skulls, your golem will only have a maximum strength of equal to 60 skulls later on. The mines already where we have all of the team members, and you can really tell that suddenly the red team is trying to move in. None of the teams is level 4 just yet. Here comes the jump in against Zarmany. Nika is already in position on his Sylvanas. We have Gala with Kerrigan waiting for an opening for the next summon. It is Johanna who goes down first. Gala on the other hand with a nice combo against Athero, but Athero gets away with a quick jump, hits the Stormbolt. Gala in a bit of trouble. Zarmany taking her down here. Really well played. Gala just a bit too far out, and a kill against Khaldor as well, as suddenly Vala is eliminated too. But Nika is low and is getting killed. What a slugfest in the mines already. Uther going down to 7 kills against 1, and the red team in a lot of trouble here. They are a level behind already. Kills left and right the entire time. A real cool opening into this game, and you can see that with the death timers being as low as they are, 3 minutes, and all of those players are back on the board and trying to get back into the mines. The level 4 talent is the most important one when you enter the mines. If an opponent has that and you don't, then you are of course in a lot of trouble and you will have a very difficult time getting those skulls. But the red team was at least able to get 28 so far already, so it's not like they lost too much here. And always keep in mind what I've said earlier, even if you end up with a weaker golem, thanks to the black arrow trait on Sylvanas, you can really make that work. Sometimes people just even don't go for that boss at the bot lane when they have Sylvanas in their team and just say like, yeah, we don't need those skulls, we just push in the opponent or our own lane as long as the opponent is busy with the boss, and that is something that they might even do here. But for now, the red team is starting to move in. Snitch is a little bit out of position here, isn't he? Condemn already being used on the side of Chihu. They're going straight up for Tyrande and they take her down. Good kill for the red team, and now that the rest of the blue team arrives, Zarmany might be in trouble as well. Nika is already attempting the body block. Another Condemn is putting him in a lot of trouble, trying to get away. The kill up at the top lane, and here's Bakery now too. Bakery is about to die as well. It is a triple kill in the end against the blue team. Oh my god, a quad kill, and it looks like Ithero might go down too. They eliminate everybody. Tyrande already back to business, but all of a sudden teams are kind of even in kills again. 6 versus 7, and the red team is just moving on straight for the goal. After the first fight in the mines, they fell behind an entire level, and just like that, they turned things around with a level 4 talent that they were able to get, and then they took the mines. Kerrigan on this map is also exceptionally great, since the early game is usually where you will get your advantage, and Kerrigan is just a great early game hero. Her stun comp is absolutely devastating, and of course, having Envenom on level 4 definitely helps with that as well. Talking a bit about the builds that we are seeing here, now that level 7 is hit. We have Vala playing a Q build, going into the arrow build here with level 1 Siphoning Arrow, Puncturing Arrow, and following it up with a Repeating Arrow here. It's really good damage if you find yourself in a one-on-one situation, or even like in a 2-on-2. You have to be careful when you use your spells though, because it's very, very mana draining. Of course, right now, both of those easy camps are being taken. The reason is quite simple. If you take the easy camp, and you cap the camp roughly when your opponent's golem reaches the fort of your opponent, then you will have those guys as a defense. This is the reason why it's not getting capped just yet. And once that we are seeing those golems move in, you will see that the siege giants are being capped, and it should happen roughly when this bad boy is over here. So we're gonna see Snitch move in for that, and then they will be able to use those. And that's exactly what happens right now. So he caps the camp roughly at the time that the opponent golem passes the opponent's fort, and now you will see that the giants end up behind the gate, where they can still help with the defense, but the opponent can't reach them. Perfect timing here for them. We have a mule, by the way, on the side of Malfurion. Oh my god, look at that! Oh, it was so close. Ithero trying to get away there with a quick jump on Mirrodin, but not able to do that. The stronger golem for the red team, and as they have Sylvanas, the blue team needs to defend, and they have all hands on deck right now. Everybody that is alive is at the bot lane and trying to stop this bad boy, and it's not going to be easy. With Nika always moving in with another Shadow Dagger, making sure that this is not firing and helping with the defense here, and you can really tell that the blue team is suddenly in a bit of trouble. Not only are they behind in experience, but we have a very strong lineup here for the red team, and they're jumping in once again with Gela on her Kerrigan, but getting bursted down immediately, and it looks like Shiho might die as well. Johanna dies, and just like that, the blue team trying to get 1 kill, 2 kill, going for Kel'Thas, killing him off as well, and the Storm Ball. Oh my god, the stun comp against Sylvanas, taking her down too, and it looks like ADRD is not going to make it either. Running into that nook, trying to hide, but well, you can run, but you can't hide, buddy. Sorry, Uta. It's a team wipe. But the problem that they still have is it's level 10 versus level 10 in just a few seconds. And if you look at the position for the golem for the red team, he's already at the keep, whereas the one up at the top for the blue team didn't even go through the fort. There was just nothing it could do. Those two siege giants helping with the defense, and all of a sudden we are in like even experience, but we're still in a better position for the red team just because of the position where that golem is right now. Mid lane is now being taken, and so far this game has been a slugfest. I mean, Haunted Mines, call them the Bloody Mines, because 12 kills against 7 minutes into the game. Mirrodin went for a Reverberation build here, by the way, going full for the Thunderclap on level 1 and level 4, but on level 7 it is the Piercing Bolt to give him a bit more control in the fights and try to get, of course, that double stun off. As the heroic abilities, oh nice, Gala with a really good combo here, getting the stun off against 2 or 3 heroes. Phoenix already in position, we have Rain of Vengeance being used and the Starfall, and at the same time the red team is 1 against trying to move in, taking a few of the structures down. Gala with another comp, pushing them in, trying to get them in here, and of course Mirrodin already in avatar form is trying to go for Shihu. Johanna trying to escape here, but there comes another stun, and goodbye tank. Johanna is down, and Muradin is trying to go for another kill, but a good dodge from Nasty, making sure that this Stormbolt, at least for now, is not hitting. Really nice heroic abilities here, of course, that can really get synced up, as you can see. We have Water Elemental for additional control during the fights, slowing opponents down on the side of Jaina. We're also seeing Starfall, which helps with that a bit as well, and can also counteract the Phoenix to a certain extent, so that you have a bit of your own AoE during those fights. Tranquility, a great heroic if you find yourself in a position where your opponent is dealing out a lot of area of effect damage, so you can mitigate a lot of that with Malfurion. And this is a great game thus far. I mean, 13 kills against 8. The mines are opening up again. You can already tell that on the side of the red team. We are looking at Wailing Arrow. Oh, they're moving up again. It's a little bit of that elevator game that we're seeing here. Vala was going down at the bot lane. We have a slight lead in experience for the blue team, and here comes the damage once again. Shiro's at the front line trying to go for the condemn. The Phoenix is already down, and at the same time Ithero is all the way up at the front on his Muradin where he's supposed to be, but he gets stunned out, and they're trying to burst him down, jumps away in the last second, but everybody's low on the side of the red team, and the Water Elemental is already trying to chase Nasty down. The kill, there it is, against Sylvanas, against Khaldor, my bad, and Gela is also in trouble as ADRD is trying to block here in the last second. Uther dead, Nika trying to pursue Snitch, and we have Vala and also Theron's Muradin extremely low, but Zarmany gets killed. Oh my god, it's a 2 for 2. As I say, we have another kill against Sylvanas. What is going on here? Everybody's dying. This is a graveyard. Everybody down, only Gela able to get away there. Well, actually like dying as well if I'm not mistaken. 17 kills against 10, and now we have the blue team just going for the skulls. They have still a few heroes down the mines, but look how low they are. Once the red team is back to business here, they might die as well. Rostov is using his next arrow, was waiting for mana here. Is trying to get that in too, and up at the top lane the red team is of course just trying to get a few skulls themselves. 50 skulls already for the blue team. In heroic abilities we're having next to Phoenix also the Divine Shield on Uther, which of course can help in these fights, Maelstrom on Kerrigan, and we're having in this case not Blessed Shield but Falling Sword for Johanna. An interesting talent here to take. Also on level 1 is of course Night Take Spawn for her. On level 4 the Laurels of Hope to give her extra hit point regeneration and that healing potion if you so want. Oh, the burst against Nika, but there comes Johanna and the counter attempt to kill Snitch, and they might yes, they get him. They take Snitch down, level 13 to 13. I can't actually believe like how difficult this must be to play right now. I mean, this is just insane. There's like fights everywhere. I don't really think we had a second where there was nothing going on in this game thus far. Down to the mines, we have once again skulls taken, and they're moving straight for the boss, but the entire blue team, except for Tyrande, is up right now and attempting to contest that. Both of the teams are looking at level 13, so no talent lead for either one of them. Nika starting to move back a bit. Thero is trying to jump in with his Muradin, gets the stun off first, but here comes already the Falling Sword. Shihu is moving in and he immediately uses Condemn. Nasty needs to be careful. That Water Elemental is giving him a lot of trouble. Nika's trying to burst it down to save him, and with the last second heal, ADRD is saving Khaldor, at least for now. One good kill against Vala, helping of course the red team to get now the final skulls in the mines, and they definitely need those, because at this point you need to make sure that these golems are not going to get too strong. Of course they scale over time in the mines, and if you look at the 13 talents, it's kind of interesting to see how much they're relying, both teams are relying on the spell shields here. Muradin again in trouble, has to use Avatar, is trying to move away here. Starfall even used by Snitch on Tyrande, but another stun comp against Thero. They're trying to take him down, not able to make that happen just yet. Jumps away once again, and he actually survives. He actually survives. Oh, but Snitch is getting pulled in again. Gela, the Queen of Blades, she is doing work. Kerrigan in general, a strong hero, and it's actually one of her best heroes, and you can really tell that she knows how to play Kerrigan here. Jumping in over and over, getting those stun locks in, and that once again finished off Snitch here. We're having a lot of spell shields, one on Vala, the other one on Sylvanas, and one on Johanna, trying to mitigate the damage coming out of heroes like Jaina and Khaldor. Even a Shrink Ray now on the side of Uther that can help to just get a bit more control against Muradin. 42 skulls against 48, sorry, 52 against 48 of course, and the bot lane is being pushed again. The red team trying to apply that pressure with Sylvanas, and they're doing well. They're going straight for the keep here. They are also ahead in experience. That Mule is being burned away immediately, not helping at all. But here we have again the Phoenix in position, always those blizzards trying to counteract, and oh, look at the damage that we are seeing now coming out from Khaldor. That bad boy doesn't even have Ignite just yet. Ice Block saving Zarmany for a second. Oh, he's getting healed again. How on earth is he still alive? He's trying to escape. Bakery keeping everybody here alive except for Jaina, who dies in the last second there. But that Tranquility really did some work. Great job on the side of Bakery here, making sure that he gets the heals in. On level 7, he was forced to go into Mule on this map, of course, but he still has Life Seed on level 13 and took, of course, Protective Shield on level 4, which helps him a lot to mitigate the damage that is coming out of heroes like Sylvanas, like Kel'Thas, and also, of course, for example, in this case, Kerrigan. Level 16, just a little bit faster for the red team. And boys, this is still anybody's game to take. 16 versus 15 right now. Only a slight lead in experience. The boss at the top lane finally also reaching Keep. But as you can see, the Keep as the bot lane is by now destroyed. So the red team is doing extremely well with Sylvanas. At this point, all of the structures at the bot lane are already gone, though. So Sylvanas won't be able to use her Black Arrow trait for that. They could start pushing the top lane as well to have 2 lanes pushing in with catapults. But right now we have 16 talents coming into play. And that's of course where the fun, especially for Kel'Thas, begins. Interesting is also Will of the Forsaken. So apparently Sylvanas is saying like, you know what, I'm dying way too much here. Like there's so much burst on our opponent. They have Tyrande, they have Mirrodin. I need something that allows me to get away. And that's a very nice adjustment that we're seeing in talents here. I'm really liking this from Nika. Once again, the Falling Sword is being used. And the Condemn pulling them all in. But in this case, it's the Rain of Vengeance that stops the opponent for just a second. But look at the Fury getting bursted down just after Vala already died. Great kills here for the red team. The aggression again, and this combination between Johanna and Kerrigan is just so strong. But the counter kill against Kel'Thas, Nika is low. They get the kill against Jaina though, but Johanna is once again in trouble, getting healed by ADRD, and Gela is all the way up at the front again. Once more, Condemn is pulling everybody in, but it looks like at least now Gela didn't have the opportunity to jump in once more and try to apply another stun series to a Darrow or Snitch. Probably in cooldown, they're taking the fort instead, and they're just pushing the advantage that they have right now. The mines aren't open just yet. Level 16 Talon, Uther, by the way, not taken just yet. Probably gonna see Benediction here. We have on level 16 one Blood for Vala, gonna give her a bit more hit points during the fights. And of course, it's Stone Form here for Mirrodin after Thunderstrike on level 13. Stone Form, when you use it after you used your avatar, it gives you just so much healing. The healing power and the sustain on the hero is just absolutely gigantic. Malfurion, of course, in this case, not going for the Tenacious Roots, but instead we are having Hardened Focus, which will reduce the cooldowns a lot if he's still at a lot of HP, 80%, that's what he needs in this case. But yeah, this can really help you to get additional numbers on the board. And of course, we're already having for Jaina the Northern Exposure, as we see Shooting Star for Tyrande. The entire red team is moving up to the top. We're still waiting for Mirrodin to join the blue team. They need to wait for him. They can't fight this without him. And they're starting to move in right now, but the red team is already starting to split, trying to go for the Skull's stun against Gela. Gela is getting bursted away, has no chance whatsoever here. Nasty trying to zone a bit with the Phoenix, throwing that to the right side. And nice, really nice move here with that Flame Strike. I liking that. Nasty getting sneaky. Attempted kill against Sylvanas, and that's the kill that they needed. The blue team all of a sudden is 2 kills ahead. They are behind in skulls though. The red team was basically trying to pull a 2-arc here, just splitting off and moving straight for the skull camps, taking those. But in this case, they are losing heroes, and they might lose Kel'Thas now as well. Kel'Thas getting killed. We're having Uther still alive. ADRD, one of the few that's still in the game for them. And the blue team, of course, now on the hunt for additional skulls. But it looks like they're just trying to go for the fort instead. The keep. They're just saying like, listen up guys, we now have an advantage. We are 5 versus 3. Let's move in and try and take down that keep, do some damage, and then can still go for the boss on the way back. That's currently the idea for them, and they are trying to make that happen. But the heroes are coming back into play for the red team. The red team moves in once more with a quick Condemn, trying to get everybody in range here, but there's no Kerrigan just yet to follow that up. Gela just now coming back, and they are just a bit too late for that. A lot of stuns and control for the red team. I'm really liking the synergy between the Condemn on Shihu and Gela's Kerrigan with the stuns. There's of course always ADRD. He can always use the Shrink Ray and make sure that he gets another stun in it as well. So the CC chain is very strong for them. But then again, looking at the blue team, we have a very similar outcome here as well. We have the Roots of Malfurion that can follow up and initiate stun from Mirrodin, and also of course Tyrande has to be considered here. Even with the Rain of Vengeance, you can apply that stun chain, and now they have to move back. All of a sudden the red team says, well, you go for skulls, alright, we go for core. They move in, try to finish this game. 17 minutes in, level 18 versus 19. But here comes the blue team for the defense. Once again, Gela with the Kerrigan combo going straight for Zamani. Zamani is that Water Elemental in play though before it died, trying to take a few of the heroes down, and Gela is been taken out here. Shichu moving in, trying to shield the retreat of the rest of his team with another condemn. We're having Kelthas move in with a quick Phoenix, zoning the opponents, but Ethero on his avatar is pursuing them, getting another stun in. But now that the golems are starting to spawn, the blue team needs to defend and can't give chase. 66 skulls against 34. The blue team with a stronger golem here. Golem is going to make its way over here to the core and try to take that down. But what a game! I mean, this game is really starting to get completely insane. This is like a Hero League match, guys, between professional players, competitive players that have been playing in teams for ages. 23 kills against 19. This is a cage match. This is like trapping a couple of prize fighters in the tiniest map that we have in the entire pool, and they just go ham. They're at each other's throat the entire time. There was not a minute where the teams and the players could just rest and take a breather. The entire time it's just play after play after play, another objective that you have to go for, skulls that you have to chase, opponents that you have to move back since they're trying to go for core. This game is awesome. Absolutely loving it. Level 16 talent is Blessed Hammer for Johanna, getting a bit of additional damage out there. On level 7 we had Sins Exposed, which also helps slightly with the damage outcome. Having 20s now on the board. Like, I think we just started the game a minute ago, and that's what it feels like. Since then it has just one big fight, and now suddenly we have 20s on the board. And look at Muradin, he's going for Rewind, as does Tyrande. A double Rewind and the triple Bolt of the Storm. Wow, this is going to be really good. So we don't see Storm Shields here. We do not see for Muradin Hardened Shield. It is Rewind for the extra stun, the extra control during the battles. He has the jump available to him too. And we have everybody just roaming through the map. The blue team is trying to look for an opportunity to maybe catch out their opponents. But of course the red team isn't really interested in fighting. They want to have 20 and they want to have it now. They know that they need it. And there is the experience that they needed. That brings them over level 20. A triple Bolt of the Storm for them as well. And we're having in this case Heaven's Fury taken. So interesting enough to see that we are having, in this case at least, Falling Sword taken, but now it's also Heaven's Fury on level 20. An interesting choice here, and we're going to see how that's going to work out for them. Johanna with the attempt to initiate there soon enough. We also have now Bulwark of Light taken, so a cooldown reduction on that. I don't really blame ADRD for taking this talent. So much damage that we've seen coming out of the blue team, and if you have a Blessed Shield up once or twice during the fight, that helps. Once again, here comes Johanna moving in with a quick condemn. Bakery already using his Tranquility, maybe a little bit too soon, but we have Kelthas in the backline trying to just poke all the time. Oh, Kerrigan with Divine Shield, that's such a difficult thing to deal with, and they're moving in trying to get the kills. Kerrigan with a good combo, but not enough. The silence also hitting Ethereal and Snitch, but in this case the blue team is trying to turn around, but the kill against Jaina is the initial one, and now suddenly the blue team is in full retreat, whereas the right team moves in once again trying to get them with a quick condemn. The kill attempt against also Muradin. Muradin jumping down into the mines, jumping up once again. Gela, Nika and Nasty are starting to get very low here. ADRD is doing whatever he can. The mines are up once more, but we have only 4 players still on the board for the blue team. And Vala is just all the way back at home, just coming back now. We're having Bakery, everybody just thinking about, okay, can we go into the mines right now? The red team is already there. They're getting skulls. We need to do something about that. And we have 20 skulls already for them. Down to the mines, we already see ADRD in position where he can just wait for the rest of his team. Nika moves in now as well, is starting to just take more and more of those. Snitch actually in a position where he could get sniped if they see him, but Muradin is trying to help him out here. Up at the top, it's Vala getting at least a few for the red team, but not too many, just 8 for now. And once again that Flame Strike, of course. Nasty is getting jumped and taken out. Vala with that Q will do so much damage, but the counter kill against Muradin is already there. 21 kills against 24. Snitch is on the run. He is down and dead, out for the count, and in this case it's once again the red team prevailing here, but the experience is nearly exactly the same. But the red team with 62 skulls already. Once more the blue team is moving in. We're 22 minutes into the game, guys. A golem, like a 92% golem, is going to be a disaster, but in this case it's only 62. They could go and try and prevent that. A kill against ADRD and then also against Sylvanas. Gela low, here comes the water elemental, about to drop her in controller. Gela is been taken out as well. Vala dying up at the top. Shichu is starting to jump in here as well. We have him down at the bot lane playing the elevator game right now, trying to dodge Starmony and Bakery. Shichu with a contempt, always trying to move in move out, trying to somehow stay alive. He's the only hero that's still on the team. At least he's buying a lot of time for them. Bakery trying to use the roots here to lock Johanna down, but that doesn't work too well. Condemn being used once more, and at this point they are just giving up. They're just saying like, alright, we're not gonna get Shiku, are we? Once more the blind and the elevator game starts again. In the mines, out of the mines, but Shiku is running out of cooldowns all of a sudden. Zarmany is doing his thing, and down in the mines we still have that game going on with Unstoppable. He's once again trying to escape here, but it looks like Johanna in the end might die. So much time bought already though. The entire red team is about to be back. Bakery getting nearly killed here, saving himself, and Shiku is alive. No, he's not. The double stun. Look at Snitch going for rewind. Snitch moving in the last second and saying like, alright buddy, I have had it with that. Here is a double stun, eat this. And there's just no way. The bunny hop! And Thero tries to close the gap between himself and Nika with a quick bunny hop, going straight in with the first one, hitting rewind and then the second one, but Nasty blinking away. What a game! These plays that we are seeing in this is absolutely awesome. I am loving this match. The players are, of course, I mean, this is super intense. Right now with 62 skulls already taken, the blue team, they know if our opponents get the rest of the skulls, we are doomed. We are looking at a 24-minute boss now. Our opponent is in the perfect position. If they get that, then it's over. Cleanse saving Kelthas, a blessed shield as well. Gela's at the front line trying to lock somebody down, but too much burst and Gela is dead. But we also have, ooh, the kill against Vala thanks to the ignite. Flame Strike doing the deed, and once again another one hitting a Thero, and the blue team is at least for now forced back. 29 kills against 24. It looks like the blue team is going for another hit, trying to go for Nika using the Haunting Wave. Nika, that was the wrong direction, buddy. Trying to create a bit of a diversion and irritate them. That didn't work, but Nasty gets away. There's no owl this time trying to hit him there. But what a game. Right now it's so difficult to decide what you want to do here. Apparently the blue team is trying to go for a bit of pressure up at the core, but I don't think they can really make that happen. Not with Kelthar still on the board and him just using those flame strikes over and over again. If they get a pick off, then maybe they're able to push core, but it doesn't really look likely. If somebody goes down into the mines and takes that boss, that could be a disaster for the blue team. That's why they're trying to make sure that that doesn't happen. Falling Sword again being used. Is the Phoenix as well. They're trying to go for the kill. Trade being used on Shihua, and he's moving away. So in this case, the blue team can't just simply move down into the mines and say like, okay, we're going to claim the boss. If they do that, there's a very high chance that the 62 skull boss with the red team pushing is going to finish the game in favor of Team Red. So they are just trying to make sure that the red team cannot go into the mines either to take the boss. Trying to ignore the objective for now and force the opponent into team fights. Flame Strike again, Condemn being used. Zarmany suddenly in trouble on his Jaina. Is already using his Blizzard. Gela trying to get him, but no! Gela dying here in the late game. Carrigan just struggling a bit to stay alive. We have Vala moving in with another Q, and also the stun thanks to the Rain of Vengeance. Once again, we have a jump in by Thero. The kill against Snitch, and Jaina is about to die now as well, as Thero goes straight for Nasty, jumps on his head, and if a dwarf in avatar form jumps on your head, then you know you're in trouble. And Kelthas just basically said, alright, that's it, I'll die. We have Nika trying to haunt the opponents down with a Haunting Wave, amply named. Yeah, once again, we have Falling Sword going for Vala, but the kill against Sylvanas first. Oh my god. Like, this game is amazing. Look at Bakery with the position there, trying to go for the heals while still standing outside of range so that nobody can take him down. 93% by the way on the core of the blue team, since they once again got attacked by a few catapults. Thankfully they have of course Mule on Malfurion, and that's being dropped right away. Now we are in this game, we are 26 minutes in, 33 kills against 26. ADRD, they're trying to go for the skulls, and oh my god, the blue team has to do something about it. If these skulls end up in the hands of the red team, then it's all over. It's light out. It's hasta la vista, baby. Shihu and ADRD, they're going for it. They do not have a lot of damage between the two of them though, and they are, well, they're trying to get a couple of skulls, and they definitely start hitting that golem hard. And by now of course the red team knows, or the blue team knows very well what's happening here. They see the skull count increase and they need to do something about it, and that's exactly what they're trying to do right now. 68 skulls. The golem is still at half HP. The blue team is starting to move up to the top. They already know that they can only push core, can threaten core and force them to move back. That's exactly what they're trying here. And of course Shihu and ADRD, they have to move back. Keeping that pressure up, that's what the blue team needs to do right now. They need to keep that pressure up to make sure nobody goes into those mines and deals with the boss. Once the objective is on the map again, once that these golems are on the map, the red team will win, and they know that. So they have to make sure that nobody can take down the boss in the mines and collect the last few skulls, no matter for which team. 80% on the core, by the way. The catapults are still pushing in here up at the top. The mule is doing whatever it can, and we're having the blue team just posturing around, trying to wait for an opportunity to maybe finish this game and get a good team fight. Sylvanas, of course, especially with the Will of the Forsaken taken on level 16, is now in a much better position, staying alive in these fights. Here comes once again the Falling Sword. They are going immediately for Muradin. Muradin already jumping away, but the Condemn on Johanna is already there. Starfall is slowing everybody down in the backline, at least to a certain extent. Of course, there's the Phoenix and the Flame Strike. Blast Shield on Kerrigan. Gela moves in immediately, trying to go for the stun comp. Hits two of them, but Gela is now really exposed, as is Johanna. Johanna taken down. Sylvanas trying to get away, but once again we have Ithero moving in. ADRD with a quick heal in the last second, making sure that nothing happens to her. Snitch missing one of his lunar flares. That could have been the end of it, but at this point they're just like trying to move up to the top to posture around for another fight. They know that they have a slight advantage now, but they're trying to take the mercenary camps first. Slight advantages is all that you need, and I mean, I guess the adrenaline is pumping right now for these players. If you find yourself in a 28, 29 minute game on Haunted Mines and so close, you know that every single fight could be the last. 34 kills against 26, and this game is just absolutely insane. The pressure at the bot lane the entire time. The red team is just sitting there. The red team knows once that they let up the pressure, that the blue team let the pressure go, they can just move into the mines and finish the game by taking the boss. So they are the ones that are trying to just play safe, stay at the backline, make Kelthas do his thing and poke the entire time. That's what he does best, and that's what he has to do in this game now as well, of course. Kelthas is at 102,000 damage against heroes. Just to give you a bit of an idea what's going on in this game. 87,000 damage on Sylvanas alone. 80,000 heal for Malfurion. 114,000 heal, sorry, for Malfurion. And Uther was the one with 80,000. But this game, as you can see, is absolutely insane. Even, look at Tyrande. Even Tyrande with Overflowing Light has now currently 51,000. Shihu is really far out at this point, though. Using his trade to once again move in. Here comes the rest of the team. Sylvanas is a bit up to the top, but again, they're just retreating for now. Teams are looking for a snipe somewhere. Get an early 4 versus 5 going for you, and then try to move in to finish the job. Once again, up at the top lane, we have the blue team posturing around. They're moving in. Ithero is already there. 30 minutes in this game here on Haunted Mines, and again the Flame Strike just poking the entire time from a safe distance. Of course, Nika has his Wailing Arrow ready to get another good silence, and Shihu with his Falling Sword always up at the front line, trying to move in, use Condemn, get a good setup for Kerrigan to jump in and apply the second set of stuns, and then we're having Nasty with Phoenix and Flame Strike in the backline, whereas ADRD is trying to keep everybody alive. Bulwark of Light helping a lot with the Blessed Shield here, of course, and especially Gela is one of the heroes that benefits from it the most right now. If Nasty is getting jumped though, then ADRD needs to make sure that Nasty survives here. Kelthas is a must-have now in these fights, but still, Kerrigan is important, and a Kerrigan with a Divine Shield is just so difficult to deal with. It's really annoying. 31 minutes into the fight, and here we go once again, the stun against Johanna. Everybody taking position, the follow-up stun already happening here, and Kelthas poking from the safe distance, trying to stay in the backline as much as he can. Doesn't want to get jumped here by Muradin. Muradin was so far really showing that he is not afraid of jumping straight into the backline and trying to stun out Kelthas. Once more, we have Ithera up at the front. Yes, K-guys are in the backline. Here comes the jump against Kerrigan. Nice blink, really well done. Kerrigan moves in, and Jaina jumps back with the quick ball of the storm, but at the same time now here comes the area of effect damage. Once again we're having Starfall and also Phoenix being used. Gela is moving in as fast as she can. Here's the Divine Shield helping out, and of course Malfurion with his tranquility trying to keep everybody alive here, but it's Johanna that dies first. The tank is already out. Nika is all the way up at the front. If he gets stunned out, then that could be the end of it. Once again Nika is dying. Nasty is low, a bit too far out as well. Blinks away in the last second, but Valkyrie blinks after him, uses his roots. Oh my god, down they go. ADRD dead, Nika dying, 4 heroes 5 heroes still on the board for Team Blue, and we see them move straight for the core here. This might be the end. Only Kerrigan still alive. Bakery in that last fight, a forward bolt of the storm by him, and then the roots to lock down the target. Sylvana's going down. Here comes the kill against Gala, trying to take out Zarmany first. This is game. What a match on Haunted Mines. Holy shit. We have a 32-minute game here. It's the blue team that finishes it in the end. Muradin is so happy. He jumps in the end, stays there. GG, and well played by Team Blue here on Haunted Mines.
Absolutely sick game there. Really cool plays. Both of the teams with a lot of back and forth action. We had in those fights just so much damage and control. Gala jumping in on Kerrigan with the stuns. Muradin trying to do the same thing. Bakery in the last second with the bolt of the storm and then rooting down Nika. That was really good. Of course, the objectives playing a huge role here as well. The pressure that the blue team was under was insane the entire time. They were just in a position where they could not afford to lose a single hero. Losing one hero, falling back, not being able to contest the boss in the mines being taken would have meant a loss 100%. They were able to keep that pressure up, and in the end they are rewarded with a victory since they won the final battle here. Very cool game. Really hope that you guys enjoyed that. It was such a pleasure to cast. It was super fun and definitely one of the best Haunted Mines game on this level that I have seen so far. I hope that you enjoyed it as well, guys. If you did, make sure that you hit that upvote button on YouTube. Give that thing a thumbs up and also make sure that you share it with your friends because that game was a blast. Subscribe to KhaldorTV if you haven't done that yet and you want to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you very much for watching today, and I hope that you guys have a great day and a great week. See you guys soon. Bye bye.